I established the Sea Shepherd Conservation Society in 1977 because I felt that there was a need for an organization to intervene against illegal activities, to uphold international conservation law, and that's what we do. We're the only organization in the world that does that. We find where laws are being broken, and we intervene to stop what they're doing. So effectively, we're an anti-poaching organization, operating primarily in international waters, where we have all the laws, treaties, and regulations we need to protect our oceans, but we don't have any enforcement. And so if the governments aren't going to do it, then it falls on non-government organizations to do it. And we're empowered to intervene by the United Nations World Charter for Nature, which allows for non-government organizations to uphold international conservation law. I left Greenpeace in 1977 because I felt there was a need for an organization to intervene, and I'm not really good at protesting. I don't like protesting, and I felt that we could be more effective as an interventionist organization. But I learned a lot of lessons when I was with Greenpeace on what not to do and what to do, and so it was a worthwhile experience. But even though I'm the co-founder of one of the largest environmental organizations in the world, I don't really like large organizations. I think that the strength of this movement lies in small organizations and individuals. Our membership is worldwide, so people from all over the world can either join as supporting members or else participatory members, people who actually come on board the ships and volunteer in the field. Everybody's welcome. The thing that we look for mostly is passion within people, that they really want to do something. And the great thing about being a volunteer for Sea Shepherd is that people participate, and then they can get the satisfaction of actually seeing results, seeing X number of whales being saved or X number of sharks being saved. We actually can give them results in real numbers. Well, like any movement, there's so many different roles that people can play. You go from participating as a crew member on the ship to, being fundraising, organizing, educational work, and certainly things that you can do from your own home. We really always ask people to utilize your own imagination, your abilities, and your experiences to make a contribution. Not just to Sea Shepherd, of course, but to anything, to protecting the world as a whole. I think that the strength of this movement lies in individual initiative and passion, and that people, as long as they're doing something, maybe they might have a passion for trees or a passion for a particular species of animals or something, and if they direct all of that passion towards that, then they're going to actually achieve something. The Sea Shepherd focuses only on marine wildlife issues. That's what we specialize in. We don't pretend to be everything to everybody, but we also say that if, say, your passion is protecting orangutans, that's what you should do. Focus on that. So it's really you can't take it all on. You've got to be able to have a focus on what you can put your energies towards to be really effective. You just can't cover everything.
Yeah.
On Spaceship Earth, there's two types of species, crew and passengers, and humans are passengers. We're having a great time entertaining ourselves, but we don't run this ship. The ship is maintained by the crew, those that provide the air we breathe, the food we eat, that clean up the mess, and those crew range from bacteria through insects to worms to fish. And they're more important than we are because they maintain the life support system for Spaceship Earth. And when I say that worms are more important than people, ecologically they are more important than people, because worms can live here without people. People cannot live here without worms. We need them. They don't need us. Like we need bees and we need fish and we need bacteria. They don't need us. So we have to recognize that certain species are far more important than we are. Mammals as a whole, I think one biologist called mammals the weeds of the planet, because they're not really contributing much, they're just sort of there. But the real contribution to running this entire system, which supports life on this planet, lies with those creatures that for the most part we don't think about and take for granted and just dismiss. But they are far more important. If we lose them, then we can't survive. Richard Dean Anderson is a former director of Sea Shepherd and currently a member of our advisory board, and has been a long time supporter. So it was he who arranged for us to be at FedCon.